let's make some space for a pause right where we are. We can let ourselves settle into whatever position feels right, whether that's sitting, reclining, or lying down. We can give our body permission to settle in a way that feels natural. No need to try hard. We're simply here as we are. For this meditation, we can close our eyes. They can rest under the eyelids and soften. The muscles around the eyes can also soften. And that softness might spread into the forehead, the jaw, the shoulders. We're not forcing anything. Everything can happen in its own time. Sometimes, when things feel tight, we might have a wish to be somewhere more spacious, somewhere with more room to breathe. Today, we're curious whether there might be some spaciousness already here, closer than we think. Let's become aware of our eyes as they are resting under the closed eyelids. What is there? It could be darkness. It could be different shapes of light, moving or still. Perhaps there's color. Or maybe there's something that feels muddled and it's difficult to name. There's no right answer here. Whatever is there is simply what's there. As we look into the space behind the closed eyelids, things may shift and change. There might be brightening, dimming, moving, or staying quite still for a while. We don't need to change any of it. We can just watch what's happening. We might then invite the eyes to soften a little further. The gaze softening, the muscles around the eyes easing, letting go of the need to see clearly. What happens then? even though our eyes are closed, we can let the gaze widen, as if we're taking in more of what's around the edges of our vision, rather than one single point at the front. As if there's this great, wide, panoramic view in front of us. Like we're taking in more all at once. The narrow point of focus can loosen, and we're allowing more to enter into how we are looking. And this field we are noticing, however it appears, might already have its own depth to it, while we are keeping the gaze wide and soft. Might it also be possible to look further into the distance, to see a kind of openness that doesn't have edges, that there's width and depth and distance and space, almost as if behind our own eyes there's already something as vast as looking into open space, into the dark between stars. Not much needs doing to find this. Just closing the eyes, and there it is. The space that was here all along. We might then wonder, what is it like to find this much room without having to go anywhere? And now we can let awareness widen to the space around us, noticing any sounds that may be present and how they travel through space. When it feels right, the fingers or the toes might move a little. The eyes can open in their own time. And with that wider gaze, we can take in the space around. As we move on with the day, perhaps we can remember that a little spaciousness is often closer than we think, sometimes as close as behind our own eyes. And from here, we can continue in a gentler way.